I'll actually do stuff this time. Last time may have seemed very unproductive, but this time we're going to work a little differently. We're going to pretty much double this. I kind of want to extend it this way also. So I'm going to. What, are you going to stop me? But we're going to do this episode very differently, actually. How we're going to do it is I'm going to explain a few things while I'm building this, and you're going to see basically like a time lapse. I'll explain what I'm going to do first, which in this case, I'm stupid, is just building this out so I can take in more nuclear waste. As you saw in the title of the video, I would like to explain my process for making videos. So I basically hold myself to a few very set standards. The main one being, if I don't like another creator doing it, I don't do it. It's that simple. I don't care really what that costs me. I won't do it. So I really try and avoid any like super clickbaity titles or anything like that. I'll do it on occasion if it's like, it has to be accurate though. Maybe I'll like change the wording to make it, slightly more attractive, but I'll never say something untrue in the title of a video or short. I hate it when that is done, and so I refuse to do it. So that, along with a few other small things, I hate over-edited videos. Like when videos are so over-edited that it takes away from the actual video, I can't stand that. So I try to keep the editing to the level of just adding, never being the focus. Oh, so I messed up. These are supposed to be one of these to two of these. Like, as you can see over here, like I was doing, splitting it. Okay, back to current me, not editing me. The goal of this entire thing was to make enough power to support the nuclear pasta factory, right? I think it's time. I'm gonna go connect that over because I realized something. I'm gonna leave this one up to you guys because I don't consider cheating. It's part of the game. It's on like no mods, no nothing. Some people consider it cheating though. Like honestly, I was gonna go until like I either gave up or completed, right? Always was the goal. But what if there was another way to complete it that made it more interesting videos and saved time? You'll see. I'll just one sec. Power, 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 power. So is this cheating? Using alien power augmenters, because 10% circuit boost. I would consider it not. Wait, what are these? Okay, if I make alien power matrices, I don't think I could consider this cheating. Oh wait, so I'm gonna consider it personally. I'm gonna consider it not cheating if I make the alien power matrices. If I'm not making them, it's 100% cheating. I'm gonna be honest. Like, come on. Interestingly enough, though, with no fuel in, it's still only 10% boost. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't like. I'm making power, just it's in a different way. So this will be episode 15, but it'll just be. How do I make it? Holy crap! I haven't made. Oh wait, no, they're not. I had already planned to make these. Had not planned to make these though. I mean, I could repurpose part of my aluminum factory. Can I? Maybe. I hate crystal oscillators. Dark matter residue, I just make it a dark matter crystals. I mean, that's not an issue. I literally made all-clad aluminum sheets. I'm gonna say a reasonable amount of these. My definition of reasonable. I guess I know what I'm gonna build in the Rocky Desert. I'm gonna make a bunch of superposition oscillators there. But getting back to what I was talking about earlier with the standards I set. I really appreciate everyone that watches, just to be clear, but I don't want a bad viewer base. If someone is being just outright toxic or, whatever in the comments, I will do everything in my power to make sure that doesn't happen. I'm only able to moderate comments so much, and what may be overtly toxic to me may be, whatever to you. It may be what you see on a daily basis. Does that make it okay? Honestly, no. Just because, you know, you see it on a daily basis doesn't make a bad thing good or a good thing bad, you know. But that is something I really try to avoid. If someone in the Discord server is being, you know, rude or offensive, I really try and stop that before, you know, it can happen. It's like the whole bar thing. You know, someone with a Nazi symbol on their jacket will walk into the bar. You know, you let them have a drink, they're nice. Then they bring a friend, then they bring another friend. And then, you know, they start being a little more aggressive, but they're already so deeply rooted that you can't really kick them out, because if you kick them out, you will have no customer base because now it's a Nazi bar. It's that kind of thing. So you have to stop it from that first customer. It doesn't matter how nice they're being, you kick them out. It's that kind of thing. And so I really try my hardest. Maybe sometimes I make mistakes. Maybe sometimes I over moderate it. I'm human. I'm gonna make mistakes, honestly. And I appreciate everyone who has been, you know, open to that and willing to help or correct themselves. I'm never just gonna ban someone for making one mistake. You know, I don't think that's fair. I think everyone deserves a second chance. And so when you get these communities who are just focusing on the bad parts or things like that, I really, really hate that. And so I really try and stop that before it starts. I also try to keep my personal, political, religious, or whatever beliefs out of this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what religion I believe in if I'm just playing Satisfactory, right? If I'm playing Satisfactory and I'm making good videos, you really shouldn't care. To me, it's that simple. If the two things don't relate, if it shouldn't matter, then it doesn't matter. So I really try and keep any personal beliefs or really anything personal out of the videos. I just think that's better for both sides. You know, I get to keep my viewer base even if maybe they would disagree with me, and you don't have to stop watching me because I say something that you just cannot stand because you have different political beliefs, just, you know, maybe from how you grew up or whatever. And I think it's an important thing. It's an important standard to set, because there is a certain point where it does go too far. Maybe there will be a point where I'll be like, no, this is actually so too far that even with my very, very small audience, with my very unrelated audience, I feel like I have to say something. If that happens, by the way, you know it is so incredibly serious that it's like genuinely could ruin the world kind of thing. Or could ruin a game or that kind of thing. Like, it doesn't matter if I run into toxic players. Like, how specific do I get? There was a certain creator who made videos on the finals who I watched a good amount. In fact, if you went on their videos, you could find me commenting, you know. And they ran into another creator, a TikTok creator, and it wasn't like a physical altercation or anything. It was basically not so nice words were shared. And I did my research. I, you know, looked into the whole situation, and it was very clear one side was correct. It was very clear that the guy who I'd watched for a long time, or maybe not a long time, I watched a lot, was clearly in the right, and this other creator had so many prior issues with the exact same thing, right? And it made me question, is it right for me to say something about this? Because if I'm wrong, then it reflects badly on me, maybe badly on the people who support me. So I did stay out of it. I really didn't want to, though, because to me it was very clear, but maybe to other people it wouldn't be as clear. And so I'm curious if you guys want me to speak out on things like that. If you'd like me to openly support like things like that. Obviously, I'm not going to support like a political candidate or anything. I also truly will never support anything I do not believe in. If I was offered a sponsorship to promote some, you know, miracle substance potion for whatever reason, no, it's a straight up no. I would never. I mean, me getting offered sponsorship would be utterly insane. But that doesn't change the fact that if I don't believe in it, I'm not going to say it. That also means I'm not going to apologize for things that I don't actually mean the apology for. There was a certain short I made a while back. It was one of the Art Graders quiz shorts. What I asked was, what is the sprain of the distal interphalangeal joint called? I said it was turf toe. Turf toe is a sprain of the MP joint, or MTP joint, depending on who you ask. So, you know, I made a mistake there. I did correct it in the comments, but I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. So that was it's a silly mistake for me. I should know that. And since then, I haven't done anything off my head. I've always had it written down ever since I made that stupid mistake. And so I'm trying to learn. I'm human, gonna make mistakes. and I hope you can accept those mistakes and be willing to learn and grow with me. I just wanted to go over that because I realized in a year and a half, I'd never gone over what standards I personally set, what I do to try to ensure a higher quality video. Is there anything else you'd recommend I add? I would love if anyone would like to add anything to this. Okay, so I'm going to set up copper production, and then I have hit my mandatory break. I set my break times. I'm semi-self-employed. You just need like so many watch hours. 4,000 public watch hours in a year is so ridiculous. Because it only counts videos. So, and you know, 10 million valid public shorts views. 10 million shorts views. I've in 90 days. That's a lot, but I've done that. Like, it's an insane thing to be able to say. Because before that, I had 1.2 million views total. Then I had 1.1 million views in a day. So, I don't know. I don't know. I got really lucky. I won't lie. I mean, that's just how you blow up on YouTube. The issue is 10 million shorts views is what's required, right? Sort of. It's 10 million public valid shorts views. So, you know, despite me getting the 10 million shorts views that are required, apparently a little under half of them don't count because no one seems to know. They just don't. So what goes from, you know, kind of just a reasonable thing, it goes straight to like, you're telling me I'd need like, I did the math. I would need around 19 million to do that in 90 days. Let's do some math. So 19 slash 90. That's 211,000 shorts views. That does not include videos, not include live streams, which, you know, of course, shorts are getting more views, whatever, per day for 90 straight days. It is raining. Where was? Okay. That's just like, that's insane. That's like YouTube. I don't know. So yeah. No, honestly, I only have myself to blame. I should have been making more videos more consistently earlier. The issue is editing kind of sucks at this, like this much editing this consistently, and like for just so few views. So really what I should have been doing is doing like live streams. I don't know. I enjoy making shorts. I really like shorts. Shorts are fun to make. Long form videos can get very, very boring though, because you can only do the same thing so many times. I mean, some people have zero problems doing the same thing for literal years. I couldn't. It's I hate being stagnant. I don't know if you noticed, like, yes, I have, like, I was originally just sticking to the finals, but I was like, once I had a consistent enough viewer base, I was trying to create new things. I always like trying to innovate, always like trying to, you know, actually add something. That's what I struggle with long form, is I want to add something to, like, people. I want people to, like, actually learn, or I don't know, it's just hard to do that consistently. And it's just a more niche viewership base of people who actually just want to learn, which is sad. But what you gonna do, right? You know, people don't want to learn. See, like, shorts ideas are that easy to come up with. I can think of a whole script off of just a corny joke I made right there. You call them pretty awesome. a Satisfactory boardroom meeting. I might actually do that. That actually sounds like it would be fun to make. Shorts are fun to make 99% of the time. I don't know if you notice, I really try and make the shorts fun. I try to make them entertaining, but I also try and make them informative, like I did with my Arc Raiders series. I don't know. I kind of don't want to go back to that. I mean, I hate to be that guy. It was getting like 1,000 views a short versus Satisfactory, which is averaging 40,000 views a short, which is insane. I want to be clear. That is ridiculous. My finals shorts average a little under 1,000. My Arc Raider shorts average a little over 2,000, like in the long term. And that's really propped up by if we're ignoring the 3.3 million view one, they average a little over 2,000. We're including that. It completely throws off the data set, and it averages like 6,000 or something. It's ridiculous. But so that's the point. Arc Raider short or the Satisfactory shorts easily average 40K. Easy. I honestly, that's removing the one that somehow is like 900K almost. Can't believe, like, the first short I uploaded on Satisfactory almost had 900,000 views. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to get too greedy by wanting to be monetized, but all right. Well, I have the all-clad aluminum sheets done. Superposition oscillators. Next time I'll actually just get the superposition oscillators done. They're not hard, actually, now that I look at them. Quantum encoders, though. I hate quantum encoders. Are my biggest pet peeve in this entire game. They're the worst thing. All right, well, I have hit my 2.5. I actually went 30 minutes over to finish this. I've hit my maximum allowance per day. I thank you very much for watching. I actually did get a lot done. I know it seems like I didn't. I added 2 layers over there. I got all this working. I hooked up the power. Realized 1/16 is a start. And I'm starting, I've set a new little project I have to work on. Here's the big question this episode. Are these cheating? You might consider them cheating. I personally don't, but if you guys consider them cheating, then I'm not going to use them. I'll just, stop this project where it is. I'm not going to overuse them. I'm going to generate a full 2 terawatts minimum, my nuclear plant. It's just getting to the scale where it's impossible to make entertaining. And I think this will be a little more fun and, don't want to say nuanced than placing a bunch more stuff down that you've seen 1,000 times. It's completely up to you, though. And I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.